the first to know Nsem-Pii TV.
Honorable Assafuah at the Nsem-Pii Atudja. Wakan Sembebre concerning the Ashanti region nominees are His Excellency so far. Nominations are by Ashanti region Bakukrenim. We the Ashanti region minister no dia I know the infant say basically the Ashanti Nemum share a designates now none is an Ashanti it says so no normal Adania Ibimo take advantage of it it seems the Ashanti region has been neglected now and some and your ballroom and Nsem-Pii Honorable Assafuah Ede to judge say Your His Excellency the President, U10 will make it this time no anording. U10 be on the Bogana for money say a SHS for Duani, a Duano Bediano. In fact, Okudzeto Blakwa, a Dianimu say I spy, a Duani Nina spy, na a Duano Mudini Nanye, Intino, the year buffer stock for a keeping Yani, so Mumani Pimponia the day, Tino, or Mushim, or Muye investigations near the day. Nancy, the artist, His Excellency the President, Ajatum said, Mianeno, Omofani na uncle, Omofani na uncle. When Assafuah Busebusa say, Inti His Excellency, there's a Uchantro said a bear obeying me a day a areni voter na. There's a entrana, senior case, a mamuno, Uchantro kakra, wakano crack, no necessary. We did a intro na. After we also busa questions concerning LGBTQ and someone. His Excellency could be seen peace or baby. Ghana have a big kick and some say, oh no, bar. In fact, bill no or passing in 10. Necessary His Excellency as I channel no as I make you 10 for I was a child say LGBTQ no. These values are taught in schools. In the whom here classes are built near Bay Humano. Nature say, and also no Uchantrana. The questioner echo Assafuah Ebusa say introna na His Excellency Wucha and now say political gimmicks here be a senior dada moya na or guswa oye na Ghana ye die in some more kind 24-hour economy near the adeno say introna mucha idea next Ghana yen face emu tiso na ayeka amaye yen ko tin some more honorable echo Assafuah Vincent on this particular note.
Say, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Beka said, Sebi, oh, ya man, your you didn't trophy. Is that what His Excellency John Dramani Mahama ACCA? Because time one LGBTQ and some buy, you know. Kwame Obekaya. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama was one of the people Omoka say President Akufo-Addo uncle sign a bill no as early as possible because one, the cultural and the social foundations of this country HPFC idea LGBTQ yemfaso the religious foundation or so no or yeah Assemblies of God ni mapa o she video na o say may Assemblies of God ni and main church that is the teachings of God and Jesus Christ does not allow me to support anything LGBTQ. And for that matter, I will not support anything LGBTQ. And my video now, Assafuah no a day, sorry, they gave him a standing ovation. A bow man. 2023. Krata bi woman sem ha. Na 2023 you know it was a year December 11th 2023 the Catholic Bishops Conference most Reverend Matthew Kwesi Jemfidano Mian Kasama sorry Roman Catholic Church and the trust akrata we na krata no mo tro no na ne tintin ni tete mu nya ne se omoma Ghana for any President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ya twema dwena bibi so say ye Roman for there adie ye LGBTQ yemfoaso the Catholic Bishops Conference went ahead to even quote biblical scriptures in their first paragraph, they quoted Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. So trust them now. Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22. When they said that you shall not lie with a male as with a woman. You shall not lie with a male as with a woman. Just won't mean bema enda ho. They said you want your buy day. This is what Leviticus chapter 18, verse 22 says. This one, the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference, as part of almost statement or release here, and also communicate on the 11th of December 2023, they stated this. They also stated that similarly, Leviticus chapter 20, verse 13, almost natural was said, if a man lies with a male as with a woman, both of them have committed an abomination.
Angels.
Se bema any nua bema koda what said there or no bada omumienu omaya ade e fe no abomination just say ye chiwade. And in the last paragraph hon hear me because yesterday the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference went to pay a courtesy call on President John Dramani Mahama. Me say and I'm in my dream. Me say they went to remind President John Dramani Mahama on one kasa no commitment and I said a promise or Ghana for. Ojina Nsem-Pii so Assemblies of God sorry them and Assafuah nenim. E catch mo say ono no de. Oye Christo ni Assemblies of God ni. Sasa no be kan o KNC Great Hall. Also no de oye Assemblies of God ni. And if I want to read
Angels,
the last paragraph of what the Ghana Catholic Bishop Conference said, I say the bill, or if I should start from here, in this connection, we can state that the draft bill on the promotion of proper human sexual rights and Ghanaian family values 2021 currently in Parliament is in the right direction. Or say bill noa that Parliament is here no, it is what in the right direction. What does it mean? What that means is that the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference is supported by BIA a yemra ebe criminalize LGBTQ. Kwame, sign it you. Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference. Almost say bill na that Parliament no, it is in the right direction. It be BIA a yemra BIA de babato Parliament. Sadia no. They criminalizing LGBTQ no in the right direction. So what that means is that the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference is interested in any legislation that seeks to criminalize acts of homosexuality. In the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference here, he said it in front of them. Or say we don't even need to legislate it. Number one, we don't even need to legislate it. The China say the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference for Sheno. I am expecting the Ghana Catholic Bishops Conference led by Assafuah Matthew Jemfi, Archbishop of Sunyane, to know this very well. I was even expecting that in front of him, no better say Papa, and they say now can. Also, we don't even need to legislate it. Just a new question, a homra. Nemum see a co ye basic schools near Shasa church with Sukuza. Chese, a chese, Sadi and Yede, young Faso. One who politician. One who John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency. Because as same way, said the John Dramani Mahama that we know yesterday is the same John Dramani Mahama today.
But he say, okay.
When he said that, say uko sukus obetime ko sukus ba ko kire, granted say yampa obetime ko sukus ma ko akire uko obesi sukus a menu mienu aye ni sukus no, the greater number of us aye ni sukus, what happens to us? It's a big question. What happens to us? Yeah, no, sebi o say LGBTQ for woman. That's what that's what yes sir and seminal. What happens to them? What is the Ghana Catholic Bishop Conference saying? What is the Christian community saying? The Islamic community, what are they saying? Are they going to look on and allow the fabric the social and the moral fabric of this Ghanaian society, which is hinged on religious and Christian Islamic morals. Because when the kind of be nyadi opay ti afidi obedi entro. She or can be say say 8th parliament and I say parliament ye bibi na se ntumi enwia. Na chese ade na expire. Ohun baby o de kofa. Ohun baby o de kofa. Owie no sabe suggest say ade no krampo no government krampo betimi ayede eno ade ade na ko parliament. Na wo de ade na ko parliament enim de afidi o de ba beshim. The entire process of Article 106 of the 1992 Constitution, where a bill will have to be passed, the process will be from no. It has already been done. Yes, I had no parliament. Yes, 8th parliament. Yes, I had no way. And there's a certain school of thought. Say, even though 8th parliament near SHS, no, 8th parliament in Hubio, there's a 9th parliament. Yeah. But 8th parliament, you go through all the process left with the assent of the president. It is a Mampanyin John Dramani Mahama. So you committed and Papa said no catch ye. Said you could not kian was the catcher Assafuah sorry bo woman semono. Ebenezer Dako Yadom or sorry bo some. Assafuah kukudam wokrum ha sorry bo woman sem. This Assafuah what are they saying now? Assafuah what are they saying now? Omo say LGBTQ no President John Dramani Mahama say adena experience no no. Where mami read the Article 106(13) of the 1992 Constitution in Chiro. We read the Article 126 of the 1992 Constitution na. E bet sure say mampanyina owo pepa say ampa. Say indeed adena nimpo expire, that is it has expired with the 8th parliament. During this 9th parliament. So owo pepano so person yankwa there you can do it because pepano wo pepano ne say omampanyina wo overwhelming majority in parliament. The ratio is about 188 is to 88. Just NDC 188, MPP 88. As I reflect even the formation of the committees. Yeah. And the committee nipa wo hoye let's say 15. Omono NDC for benya 10 and 11. Na MPP enya 5 and 4. Yeah. So even at the committee level, they have the overwhelming majority. The Constitution, that is Article 106 in which say even at the committee level, no, say ye per se adie we ye tagging no anase ye dabe no as a certificate of agency, ye bill like a certificate of agency. The committee can say so. Yeah. Say yeah MPP for ye no mo nya adwene mpo a. Because they have the numbers, they will still have it and dab it and tag it as a certificate of agency. Bring it to plenary on the floor of parliament near debate. Almost our numbers, then they get it passed. What is Article 106(13) saying? Also, where it is determined by a committee of parliament appointed for the purpose that the particular bill is of an urgent nature. President John Dramani Mahama Wadaroman Pacho TV. If you think that the bill is of a particular nature, that particular nature is of an urgent nature. Article 106(13) say the provisions of the preceding clauses of this article, other than clause 1-2, so that clause is any person which say you have to go through all the process, first reading, second reading, sometimes you have to wait for about 14 days, sometimes you have to wait for about 2 days and so on. What all those things, Article 106(13) nature say on fasade ni nyadwuma bio. As soon as the committee ne beka say urgent nature. Or say the preceding clauses of this article other than clause 1 and 2 and paragraph A of clause 2 shall not apply, and accordingly the president shall give his assent to the bill on its presentation for assent. This is what Article 106(13) is saying. It is assuming say ampa the ED can acquire 8th parliament in expire. You can now bring the bill to parliament in its current form and shape. Say adie hia opa ye the parliament yen fama on sign. She amanyofo amanyofo, when the reality start to set in, maybe Romani, Kwame. Minya seminary formation tete. Adia LGBTQ, me supported that. But secondly, I am a leader. And as a leader, no, you engage international community. There is a diplomatic relationship. The diplomatic relationship, what does it say? Yes, no nation or no state can live in a state of autarky. Just a one kwano ntimi nka say amama enso samina no emfa ho. Onko aga na obetimi ade oye because what happens in Togo, what happens in Burkina Faso, what happens in Russia, what happens in the US, ni na o se fa ho bi. Ontimi nka sa. Nti ontimi nka sa no eno nana His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo a person or trigger a certain conversation around it. And I'm for year in the politics. Say chinchinia saying na yemra day eka saying na your cultural values eka saying na your religiosity as far as principles neka saying na Bible neka. Once you train Akufo-Addo so be enfie and the reality is staring him at the face. Reality no and John Dramani Mahama sha say kan ho asem no. Reality ne say onti mi enko sign straight sir. Because he knows the consequences that comes with it. But the answer there, yenim, because the same measuring rod of the measure, the same measuring rod that we are going to use. So this is Excellency John now, who did say you will sign it? What who the intia I AB and Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo and prepare no one anko signed. I think who sa name and say short force na a war sa bill no because if you listen to him, there's a bill no crano unim at the crew because I will disappoint you. The sponsors, also nim the almost person. I will disappoint you. He knew, he knew the diplomatic relationship, and he knew what the international community wanted. Or the Kangana, dear one. What decision will you make? You told us Nsem-Pii. You will see. You want sa bunkum senifa. To Oshadia, Ocean in a holistic manner. Won't you say me shame it in Kwame? Also shame me say. Now share me nine, now share me kukrumuti, o share me two, o share uvia, then you make an informed decision. But John Dramani Mahama, His Excellency, any NDC4, I forget anything about holistic interpretation of what was happening, and just did politics with the Ghanaian people. Say Nsem-Pii into Momon sign into Mon sign. The same thing that happened. They should go and sign it and let us see. I feel the uncle signing one who do okay. Or say any quasi legislating po young chen koda no suku a private members bill no crampo no ye pe kra yen sa ye be na government bill my government bill na person o ye no o be na agent nature na o de beba under certificate of agency the ye o de ba no po do we know the edi kan ye no how bad is it I want to be fair no sa ma parliament ye dey yen pass no fa ma na on sign In any case, I am also saying that there is a certain school of thought who thinks that yes, bill it expires with that parliament. But bill or parliament that go through all the consultative processes. All stakeholders also there's not parliamentary president. No signing. Until president no signing. There's that school of thought. But no person say I didn't expire because you take. So you're interested, he will say, oh, I didn't say the more family sign. But when you're interested in or go through all the process again, which is going to take us another 4 years. Ghana for me. Oh yeah, so for penini na ukrum ha. Now ko jina ase na agena se. Na wo sore bo won sem emawa. Nsem-Pii TV nie